and welcome to the Wayfaring Panda. I'm Annette. Today I'm working on a sketch from Bella's Sketch February, and this is actually for day 2, and the sketch is put out by Creative Memories. And I know it's not the second day of February, but I was busy at the beginning of February making Valentine's cards and gifts, and also working every day, so I didn't have time to do it. So the way I think about these sketches for a month, they're just a way to encourage everyone to get your scrapbooking done instead of having all your photos in your camera or your phone, or in my case, in shoe boxes. So get those photos scrapbooked. And also showing inspiration to get us going. Whoops, I just tore the paper. Don't do that. So sometimes I use a whole sheet of paper for my scrapbook page, especially if I'm doing mixed media. But sometimes I just do directly on my scrapbook page. I do Creative Memories, so there's actual pages. So I'm going to have to put some kind of embellishment there. Actually, I think my photo's going to be there, so it'll be okay. And sometimes I use my ATG gun to adhere big pieces of paper, and sometimes I use this type of, this is from Scrapbook.com, the double-sided tape, or you can use score tape. And one thing I like about the Scrapbook.com tape is theirs is cheaper than name brand types, and also Scrapbook.com has usually sales on their things. Although, what I've noticed, I think since the pandemic, it has been harder to get adhesives. Like, this one is always sold out at Scrapbook.com, so I have to wait for it to come in to do it. And they also sell it in bulk, like you can get 1 roll, or you can get like 3 rolls. Maybe there's even 6, I don't know. So if you buy more than one, then you save more money. Now on the sketch, it showed some paper going vertically, stripes. Here I'm really, that's what I don't like about tape, is it's hard to reposition it if you don't quite get it straight. Like here I'm not, oh man. Obviously this tape is not repositionable. Okay, so I'm gonna have to redo this. I can't believe I got it that crooked. Okay, I thought this would be less tacky than the ATG gun, but I was wrong. So you can see this tape is very sticky. Okay, now I am going to put some, now it all stuck. Okay, great. The time I decide to put it right onto the page is when I get it messed up. Okay, this is showing you how things go wrong. Now I'm seeing that this is stickier than the ATG gun. So if you're wondering if this tape is sticky, most certainly. Okay. Try again. I better put it where it's not sticky. The one thing you can do is use some glue, and then that sometimes gives you some time to play with the paper. I should have known. I always get things crooked. I was going to try this and see if it's less sticky than the ATG. Wrong. Okay, what I'm going to do is try to get over the paper. Let's see if I can get this on there straight. Straight is not my forte, so I just replaced it where the paper got torn. The middle's not going to matter so much. I might have to lean over the paper so I can line it up better. I hate doing that because then my head's in the way of the camera. That better than ripping the paper? I don't know. I think there may be some adhesives that are permanent, but give you a little bit of time to move it. I'm not sure if you know of any like that, but okay. This is what I should have done to start with, is get over the paper so I can make sure I'm putting it on straight. Well, there's a little bit of paper torn there, but that's okay, because on the sketch it shows you putting something here, which is my next thing. So I originally got a border punch made, but then I did it in this kind of color, but I decided it's actually this color I'm going to use for my photo mounting. So I used this paper on the companion page to this, so I want them to match up. So I thought it looked better if I used the same paper. But this piece, as you can see, is not big enough for mounting my photo. I'm going to use it for this ruffle it shows in the sketch, which actually is a Creative Memories one. And this is one my mom found at a resale shop. She got it for just $3. And I think it goes great with the Mexican photos, because you kind of think of Mexico with the doily kind of things, like they have lace, a lot of lace and things like that. So you kind of line it up, you get it against this the back, and then there's a picture, and you could go either direction, whichever way you want to feed your paper to get it lined up. These are so much better than those old punches that there used to be. You could never line them up at all. It was hard to tell where you were punching. All right, so this is going to go here, and I'll be back in a moment. I'm just going to cut this off with my paper cutter and dump out these bits. And these solid colors I'm using, I think all the ones I have today were from Creative Memories. And actually, I think they're newer colors, so they may exist, but I don't have any affiliation with them. I just love their products. My aunt sold their products back in the 1990s, maybe early 2000s, before they kind of went out of business and then came back again. So I don't really have any affiliation with them. Now, I'm not sure how this is. Actually, this probably will work. I'm just thinking the tape might show through those holes, but that's okay because I'm actually going to cover that up anyway. So on the sketch, it shows another kind of design over it, like little circle things. So I've got a sticker border I'm going to stick over it. And then I kind of like, even if this sketch doesn't show another thing stuck here, a lot of times when I put two pieces of paper together and you have a seam, I do like to put washi or ribbon or something there to kind of hide the seam. So in this case, there's those circle things. So I'm going to use, this is from the collection called Cowboy Country from Echo Park. It's at Carta. Carta and Echo Park are the same company. So I am going to use this one. I'm trying to use up this because I did finish all my Arizona pictures, and I really don't have pictures for cowboy stuff. You can get away with, I think, some of this in Mexico, but I mean, there's no buffalo in Mexico. And the cowboys really don't look Mexican, so I'll make sure I don't put, let's see which ways. Okay, see which way the cactus go here. Try to get this straight. Looks like those little dots. I'm going to have to line it up there. You'll be able to tell it's crooked if I don't cover that up. Okay. And then this is an old Creative Memories album I'm using, so they weren't a true 12, so it's more like 11 and a half because they have these two bars. The newer Creative Memories albums will take a full 12-inch paper. Okay, so that is how the sketch looks. And I went ahead and got my photos ready. So these are already backed. I'm going to put these on here. And I'm not really doing any journaling because this was a bus tour we took, and I really don't know what to say about these buildings. This is all the Capitol building and then the courtyard, but that was on a previous page, so we already know about that. Now, in the sketch, it shows kind of a scallop around here, so I'm using these Fiskars Paper Edges Clouds, it says, because that kind of looks like bigger ones. And the sketches get me to use things because I never use these because they're a pain to use. But if you kind of line them up, I don't know if you're going to be able to see, to where I can see the edge of the paper. That'll help me stay so where it's on a line, kind of. Usually when I use these things, my paper goes crooked. And you can just keep moving along and kind of line it up. So anyway, good thing about the sketch is we have all these scissors I never use, so it's get me to use them. Usually I use some type of trimmer to do this kind of thing, but I don't have a trimmer that will cut like this. Had bigger scallops, but that wouldn't work. So try to use what you have, you know, make use of what you have or give it away is what I think. I don't always do that. What if I need these sometime? We bought a lot of these scissors because back in the day, the paper cutters wouldn't do this. Only paper cutters was, you know, regular guillotine cutter. Having trouble with the corners cutting. I had that with my other one too. I don't know if these scissors are kind of dull or what. Okay, I might have to get... Actually, I'll wait till I do the other side because some of this is going to get cut off anyway. Alright, so my idea is just to get my regular scissors to trim up. On the video, I'll speed this up so you won't see me cutting in real time. Because it did take a little bit of time there. And maybe scissors are sharper or you're better at this. I don't know what is going on. Of course, this is why I don't use those scissors too much. And I did the same thing with this, and then I just basically did about an 1/8 inch border on my other photos. Now in the sketch, it shows actually still 4 photos, which I have here, but it shows only one kind of full-size one on the top and 3 kind of smaller ones. But since my photos are too big for that, I just kind of redid how the photos were. You could put journaling over here, but like I said, I don't really have anything to journal. I've already said all I know about this area. It's the Capitol building in Mexico City. And that's the one bad thing about doing photos way after you've been there. Don't remember what everything it was. This is a bus tour, which I probably didn't know what everything was at the time either. Because I'm sure it was mostly in Spanish. But we did have, my sister knew some Spanish because she had lived there for a year, but that was, I don't know, 30 years ago? Something like that. I don't know. Too long ago. But she does know some Spanish. And then we had some translators with our group. So we went as a mission trip and to some children's homes with this organization. And then they did plan time for, you know, like this, where we took one day to go see Mexico City. And we probably went to go see one of the other homes in the evening. I can't remember what we did. There's a schedule, and I did put that in my photo album already of what we did each day. I probably won't use the embellishments from the Cowboy pack for this too much because this is kind of downtown Mexico, so I don't think really cowboys go with that. But I do have some stickers with Cactus because actually this whole area is pretty much a desert. There is some green areas, but not a lot. And actually it's such a sprawling city. When my sister was there, we stayed in a town, I think it's called Texcoco. It's kind of expanded, so I think there's San Vicente also. But they kind of all merge together. When you're driving, you can't hardly tell when you've moved from one to the other. Now, Mexico City was further away, so there was some kind of barren land in between where most of the homes were. They weren't in Mexico City. Okay, for my embellishments, I'm just going to use these cactus. Looks like there's a little tag down here for some journaling. So I'm just going to use the sticker. It has the brown in there. I'll just kind of put it here. It came from this Scrapbook Customs collection. I think maybe I'll put the cactus here. And this came from the Paper Studio, so this is obviously Hobby Lobby. And this one is Jolee, so you can find that in various places, assuming they still make this particular set. Let's see, we want the one of the turquoise. And there's kind of 2 flowery things, but so maybe I'll get one that's a little bit bigger, like with the leaf. Don't really want the purple because there's no purple in here. The stickers I just went ahead and stuck on, the ones with the cactus that were from Paper Studio didn't have any sticky on the back, just foam. And so I just used glue. I used my Nuvo Deluxe glue to glue the cactus onto my layout. This layout came together really fast, especially with just using paper and stickers. So if you want to get a lot of pages done, that's a good way to do it. And also it helped that this allowed me to use more photos and some larger photos so I can get more of my photos scrapbooked. Follow Sketch February is put on by Sandy from Scrapping Reflections. So if you'd like to follow along with that, you can go to our Facebook page for Scrapping Reflections. And also there is a YouTube playlist of all the videos of people participating. And you can also put your video in there if you do make a video. Otherwise, you can post your photos of your scrapbook layout on the Facebook page. I'll put a list of all the products that I used in the description below. Some of them may be affiliate links. They don't cost you anything extra to use, but I do get a small commission from any sales that those links generate, and that helps support my channel. If you like the video, please give it a like, and if you're not already a subscriber, I'd really appreciate if you can subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day.